This afternoon, I'll be discussing with you how to select good IP from Big Mama. Big Mama is considered as one of the best when it comes to static IP that you can use for your survey and other stuffs. Big Mama is not expensive compared to what you get from it. So, without further ado, let's check the review of this Big Mama network. So, after you must have registered, you need to fund your wallet, and you can do that by using Bitcoin, Litecoin, or USDT. And the minimum you can fund your wallet is $5 as indicated here. So after you must have fund your Big Mama, so you can now choose your IP, but there are some things you need to put into consideration. You can't just select any IP. There are some things you need to check before selecting your IP if you want your IP to be good and strong. Now, let's start from here. We have the United States here. So that means that all the IPs here are for United States. So if you want to choose IP for United Kingdom, you click here. So that means that all the IPs here are for United Kingdom. Same for United Arab Emirates and so on and so forth. You can come to this side to select more countries. Let us assume you want to select an IP from Argentina. So we have it here. You just click here. So all the IPs you have here is from Argentina. But for this lesson, we are choosing United States. So you click on it here. Okay. So we have some things to follow here. If you want to select an IP that will be good for you. So so these are the IPs available. Region. So if you need an IP from a specific region in United States, that is, if you need an IP from a specific state in United States, so you go to this place region, then you put your cursor on it. So as you can see, we have the list of states and regions in United States here. So you can choose any states. But I strongly recommend against using popular states like Texas, New York, and California. Those states are very, very popular. So I advise you to avoid those states. You can go for less popular states like Alaska, Arizona, Tennessee, Nevada, Oklahoma, and others. But I strongly recommend against using IP from New York, California, or Texas. So let's choose for Tennessee here. Okay. So these IPs are for United States and particularly from Tennessee in USA. Okay. So you can choose any city here. Let us assume that you want a particular city in Tennessee state. So you can just come here to select anyone you want. Let us assume that we want IP from Philadelphia. Let's check. Okay, it's not available. Okay, so you can choose any here. So and you can also put it at default settings. Okay, then we have the zip code. You can search by using zip code. The next one is ISP. So you can search a good IP by using the ISP. So these are the list of ISP we have for IPs in Tennessee here, United States. Okay. So we are not choosing anyone for now. Okay. So this place is also very, very important. So when you want to select a good IP, you must make sure that this claim is set to 10. That is, it has 10 ratings. So as you can see, this all these are turned green already. That means that these IPs are very, very clean and void of a blacklistings. So we have clean IPs here. Okay. Then we have another thing here, shared. So you can either choose if you want a shared IP, that is, the IP could be shared with between three users or more, or you want private IP, that is, you alone want to be using the IP. But private IPs are normally very expensive compared to shared IP. Okay, so connection type, so you can choose either Wi-Fi or cell. Okay, now the next thing to consider is if the IP is new or old. Okay, now let us consider how to select a good IP. Okay, so these are things you need to put into consideration. The first thing is the IP must be clean and have 10 over 10 rating. Okay, regardless of the ISP, it must be clean and have 10 over 10 ratings. Okay, the next thing you need to consider is the connection type. Okay, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is very good in the sense that it hardly goes off, it hardly rotates. But the only disadvantage about Wi-Fi is that it's not too strong. It's not strong enough compared to cellular or cell. So therefore, I strongly recommend choosing your IP in form of cell. Okay, so and when you come to this place too, you select new. Okay, so we have just only one IP here that is 100% clean, that is 10 over 10 clean, and it is cell connection and not Wi-Fi, and it is new. Okay, so that means that we are left with few options here. So let's go for another state. Okay, let's go to maybe no Texas, no. Okay, let's check for North Carolina. Okay, so we have uh more IPs here. Don't forget, I told you that if you want a good IP, you must consider the uh this clean, which must be 10 over 10, and then you must choose as cell rather than choosing Wi-Fi. Okay, then you must make sure that your IP is new. Okay, so you can either choose the shared or private here, anyone you like. So after you must have done that, so you start checking each IP one by one. Okay, so the first one here, so we have some things. These are the informations regarding the first one, the first IP here, the first one here. So these are some of the information regarding it. So we have the states, the we have the country at first, which is United States. We have the state, which is North Carolina, and we have the region, which is Wilson. So the next thing is we have the uptime. We have the uptime. Now, this place we need to consider this place very, very well. Uh, the uptime means for how long this IP has been online. That is, for how long this IP, this particular IP, has been active. Okay, so for this one now, it means that this IP it has been active for a month. That is, this IP is a month old. Okay, so the next thing to consider is the activity. Okay, the activity means for how long or how active is the IP is. Now, I strongly suggest that the IP you'll be using should be from uh let's say 70 to 99% active. So for this now, this one is very, very okay. So as we can see, it is 96% active. So it is okay. That is, it will nearly, it won't go off. It won't go, the IP won't go off any time fast. So the next thing we have to check is the blacklist. As you can see, the IP is clear, no blacklist record. So you can come to this place too to check if the IP score is good. Okay, we still have this one too is good. Now, another important thing to check is the speed. Okay, so you come here to get the connection speed. As you can see, the speed is 0.05 megabytes per second. That means that this IP will be what? Be very, very slow. Should be very, very slow. So therefore, this is not a good option. Okay, so let's check for another one. Okay, so the uptime is a month. I think the IP is active, has been active for a month. That is good. But if you check the activity level here, is 36%, which is very, very low. So we can't choose that one too. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so we have the uptime a month and the activity is 63%. That means that this IP is not good enough because it will be going on and off and you won't really enjoy it. So let's check for the next one. 2% is a no-go area. Okay, 57, 40, no. 86, okay, good. So we have the uptime a month here. It's not, the IP is not too old. And we have the activity level, which is 86%, which is good. Now let's check the connection speed. Good. So as you can see, this one is 9.63 megabytes per second. And this one will be what? Will be very, very fast compared to others we have been checking. Now, don't forget, let me repeat what I said the other time, that if you want to select a good IP from Bigmama, you need to consider some things. And the first one is the IP must be clean, 10 over 10 here, and then it must be from cell rather than being a Wi-Fi IP. It must be new. Okay. Then after you must have checked that, you come to this place to check the uptime. The uptime must be between 5 months, or let me say 6 months to a month, or even 2 days. Then the activity level should be between 70 to 99%. Then you check the blacklist here. If the IP is blacklisted, you check the score here. Then you check the speed, which is very, very important also. Okay, after you must have done that, uh if you don't want the IP to be shared with other subscribers of this Bigmama, you can go for private IP, which is 1.80 per one, and one lasts for 24 hours. But if you are not selective, that is, you want the IP to be shared with other subscribers, uh can choose shared, which is 0.60, and this also lasts for 24 hours. Okay, so let's choose this by shared proxy. Don't forget, this is our IP. Okay, by proxy. Okay, so we have our IP now. We have selected our IP. Now, how do you know, or where do you check for your IP? Okay, so you come to my proxies. This is where you see your IP. Okay, so we have it here now, as you can see. Okay, so the next question that will come to your mind is, how will I use this IP? And that is a very good question. So you can use it with authentication. So if you are using it with authentication, that means that in your kitchen maybe you have to enter your username, password. You can see your password by clicking on the eyes icon here. Okay, so this is your password. Then we have the socks spot, and all like that. So you can copy all this and then put it into your Kitsunebi or any other IP powering app. Okay. So also you can also click on no authentication. Okay. So you can just copy this into your Kitsunebi also. But I strongly recommend uh against using Kitsunebi because over the time we have discovered that Kitsunebi kills Bigmama IP. So even if you contact Bigmama customer center, that is Bigmama support, they will tell you never to use Kitsunebi to power your what? To power your IP. Okay. So you can use Socks Droid or other IP powering apps on iPhone or on Android. Okay. So but if you be using Kitsunebi, right, you can just use it to try it out. So you can choose this is your socks IP and this is your port. Okay. So and uh another thing is that you can okay you can download Big Mama app from Google Play Store. So if you have the Big Mama app on your phone, all you have to do is to install this app, then open it, log in using your Big Mama details to log in. Then after you must have logged in, you see your IPs there. So then you click on it to select it, and voila, your IP will be working without using any other third-party app, maybe Kitsunebi or SourceDroid. No, 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 no. So you can just use Big Mama proxy app on Play Store to do what? Power your IP. Okay. So so this is our proxy and it is running now. As you can see, you have 23 hours 56 minutes left for the IP to run. So if you want to auto renew your IP, because after 24 hours, this IP will go off finally. But if you don't want it to go off, you can click on renew. You can click on renew. The renew button is on now. So that means that in as much you have your balance here, this IP will continue to run without going off. So I think that will be all for now. If you have any question regarding this, uh, you can drop your question in the comment section area. So I'll be there to answer your questions. Okay. So the next thing is you can ask for refund. So if you discover that the IP is not working or the IP went off, you can click here to ask for refund and your money will be returned to you here. Okay. So our Big Mama has Telegram group that you can seek for help or support. If you're having any issue, just go to your Telegram and search for Big Mama. So you see their customer support there. Okay. So okay. So you can also come to this place we have history.